This is not a political statement, but the Israelites, according to biblical texts, were not good people. So as a believer, you may ask yourself, why will God allow Israel to have slaves? God did not endorse slavery. He gave laws to regulate and restrain it. Without divine rules, the Israelites, based on their history, would likely have been cruel and unjust, just like the pagan nations around them. Now ask yourself, what was the first thing the Israelites did when God brought them out of slavery in Egypt? They complained and wanted to turn back because the familiar misery was better than the unknown freedom. While Moses was on the mountain talking with God, they made idols to worship. They wandered the desert for 40 years because of their disobedience. God did not choose these people because they were morally superior. And there are so many places in the Bible we can see their bad behavior on display. But the book of Ezekiel will do just fine. Ezekiel chapter 2 verse 3 through 5 talks about how their rebellion was generational. Ezekiel chapter 5 verse 6 through 7 says they were worse and more corrupt than the surrounding pagan nations. Ezekiel chapter 16 says they committed spiritual adultery. Ezekiel chapter 22 says they were corrupt at every level. The leaders were violent and greedy. The priests violated God's laws, and the prophets spoke lies in God's name. It got so bad that God left the temple. Can you imagine if God did not step in and try to steer them in the right direction on slavery? And when you have every nation around them practicing slavery, like the Egyptians, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Canaanites, the Philistines, and many more. And despite this, despite their sin, God promises to renew and restore his people, not because they deserve it, but because of his grace. Israel's disobedience in Ezekiel shows they were not morally fit to handle power over others. That's why God gave laws to control slavery, not endorse it, but to restrain human cruelty in a rebellious nation.